Hey, that's my line. That's my line. Hello, hello to you too, Rex. Uh, I I feel like last night I might have had a plan for today, but I don't have a plan for today right now, so we're just gonna we're just gonna make this up on the fly. But welcome back to the wonderful chaotic mess that is this live stream. First things first, I want to finally take a few things off this list. What's that? Iron Farm. I don't know why I had that on there 3 different times. Okay. Uh, that's no longer needed. Forge. Yeah. Uh, that. Okay. Um. So yeah, the plan should just continue working on all of the things until I get all of the things done. Um. Not much else to say. At some point, gonna have to do something with villagers. Now that I have, let's see, 1, 2 in there, 3, and another one. Okay, I'll figure out something for those abominations. Do I have any emeralds here? Not enough for what I was wanting. Okay. Well. Alright. I've got a rough mental to-do list of what I want to be doing. Yes, they are indeed a beautiful family. Among them is get a new shovel. So I know I'm going to be needing that. And then we're just going to start building things and maybe excavating more things. Bless me. Let's see. Give me profit. And this shovel. Okay. That's the first thing I want to do. The next thing that I really want to do. Actually, I should probably. Oh, right, I was like, when did I get extra emeralds? But no, I used some. That works. The next thing I want to do, because I admittedly want to attempt to try editing this in later, I want to get a screenshot of what the island currently looks like and then get another one at the end of the stream. So, before and after. Because I plan on working mostly around here. Eventually, we'll get back to the docks. Eventually, maybe we could do that towards the end of this stream and next one. But I wanted to start with a screenshot. Um, and now here's the time where I gotta figure out what on earth I'm gonna be doing. Um, gonna need to be doing something with villagers eventually, because I've got 3 of those guys. That can honestly happen later. Like, I'm not in an immediate rush to do villager things at the moment. What I do want to get done sooner rather than later is finish getting rid of all of these dark oak trees. Because I want, admittedly, a bit more space to work with. Okay. I'm gonna assume there was no reason for that. Do that. Let's see. This I'm gonna push back a little bit more. I think I'm gonna want path to kind of go this way. Just a little bit. Then we'll figure out something here later. And then I want some of this to be pushed back, I think, to about here. Um, let's see. Well, and that should be good. And then skip the night. Okay. I'll move this down. Yeah, probably. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll do. Let's see. Probably cover that up. Ooh, kitty. More of these trees are gonna have to go, but some of that can wait for a little bit. Honestly, if anything, I think somewhere around here I need like a little bit of storage. For half the stuff I'm gathering. Yeah, that can all go there. Okay. As for what I plan to do in this area, I want to make like a little plaza sort of thing. I just think that'd be cool. I definitely want there to be like a pond somewhere with some water features. Admittedly, it would help if I built this going the right direction. You do admittedly complicate things, Mr. Unpaid Worker number 3. But that's fine. I can just, like, build over it or something. But I just want something kind of around here. I want to get more of the trees out of the way. This tree, actually. Kind of go. It's kind of in an awkward spot. Just want to grab this sapling. Let's see. I also don't know what to, I mean, I can just chop that down. Perfect. Actually, you know what would be the responsible thing for me to do? Just that. Okay. I'm probably not using the right tool for this. But that's fine. I don't know why, but it feels weird standing on top of this thing. I think there was another one. Yeah, there's brown one over there. Maybe one day I'll have use for that. But anyways, the reason why I got rid of the mushroom. I'm thinking I want to have a waterfall that goes down here. Which means these two trees need to go. Okay. Let those despawn. And let's think. Gonna want to get rid of some of that dirt and have water that goes through there, I guess. Try to figure out where that's gonna go. I'm thinking like right about here. I want to build like a bridge here, but I fear that's gonna be too close to the iron farm. But I can have a path that comes around here, so maybe like a bridge here. Well, wait, no, it'd have to be going, yeah, that way. I'm gonna mark that out. Bridge there. And just kind of like have this follow this here. For a little bit, I think. And then like say here. I'm gonna need more wood. Where the pond is. Actually, I have more wood. I just use that. Yeah, give me all of that, please. Okay, so have like And it's just gonna be like a rough shape. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Four, five, six. 1, 2. Okay. This is a lot bigger than I was thinking, but this would be where pond would go. And we have like one bit of it that comes this way and flows down there, and like one other that like comes this way. Okay. Yeah, definitely work. And then we'll have like that plaza thing somewhere around here. And maybe other stuff scattered about. Yeah. Okay. Um Now the question is, how the hell do I go about doing this? I guess step 1 is to dig. Maybe. Actually, yeah, step 1 would be dig this out, get rid of this tree, I think. Actually, nah, that tree can stay. At least want it to be that wide. Go one more just to be certain. I'll get rid of this just because. Okay. Yeah, I got some torches in here. Okay. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I ever asked this. How are you doing, Rex? Need to remind myself that I have viewers sometimes. Is your doggo also watching the stream? Okay, let's see. Another one bridge of some sort right there. And other bridges out and about, I think. Aww. Ain't that sweet. That block is going to stay there just to mark where I want a bridge to go, but otherwise, just gotta dig this whole strip out. That's probably nothing to worry about. And just like that, that's all dug out. Okay. I guess now I could put water in. Question is, where did my other bucket go? Did I leave that bucket over here? I feel like I did. Yes, I did. Okay. That kind of there. Okay. There we go. And I'm just gonna let this be for now, and later I will make this look nice. That's step one. All this I'm gonna want to replace, I think. We'll come back to that later. Let's go build a bridge. That should be way more than enough for what I need. Uh, okay, let's see. I just want something simple, so I'm gonna go like. Yeah. Okay. Then. Uh, something like that. Also, I think. Okay. I think that's a good start. Now I just need the bridge part. Okay. I think nothing that. then something like that. And I think little details like that. And let's see. Hmm. I guess one short, really. That okay. Just like that, that. I definitely think that will look nice. And then just like some slabs right here. And like that there, just because. And do 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 do. I think just a tad more. Here, 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 and here. I think that doesn't look half bad. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure what to call the stream, so I was like, eh, just bullshit it, it'll be fine. Nothing can go wrong with half-assing something, right? Right? I think just that. Not the perfect bridge I've ever built, but it, it will do. For the purpose that I need to fulfill here, it will serve that purpose. And I might just copy this design over there. But anyways, now that I've got that, I want to focus. Bringing this over. Oh, right. Kitty. Okay, now how do I want to curve this? I think um, Yeah, no, that looks ugly. Uh, that looks a bit better. I do think not that. Actually, yeah, that. There we go. Okay. And I'll probably also have a path that goes that way, and maybe one that goes around the iron farm. Oh, that also does remind me. Um, there is this path over here that I gotta do something with. I plan to have this go this way. Yeah. Definitely have something that goes kind of through the trees, maybe. Through here somewhere. That can certainly be figured out. But anyways, cute little bridge here. It's going. So I'm gonna start just by doing that. Start getting all this dirt out of here. Uh, okay. Actually, what am I doing? Okay. That looks a bit better. That's not what I want to do. That looks good, I think. Now, I guess I could fill that up. Open the floodgates. Wait, did I? Okay. There we go. Okay. Um, now that we've got that, let's address this thing. So the pond that's going to be here is not actually going to be a perfect circle. I only built this like this just because this was approximately where I was thinking of building it. I will, however, use this to base where the center is. Which I think would be here. Yeah, okay. This is where the deepest part is gonna have to go. Okay. So yeah, looks like a good pond shape. Okay. Looks like the middle has kind of now shifted more to be here. Okay, I can work with this. Okay, cool. That's definitely a pond. Now I want to figure out how deep this is gonna be. How it's gonna look. Herm. Kind of want to keep this like two blocks away from the outside as much as I can. That looks alright. Oh, hello, Key. And then All of this stone I at least want to replace. Ah, depth strider. Or not a respiration. So useful. Yeah, that'll likely do, but I wonder. If I could have this go any deeper. Okay. This, I think, will do nicely enough. Which means that this thing can go. Now I just gotta connect this. Which, honestly, I could probably do. Could also just do like that. And then okay. Copy this block. And you know what? That can go like that. Alright. I'd say this is most definitely some good progress. Um, let's take a look at how this is from above. I'm gonna put steps there. Right. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, that looks so much better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. Um, 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 um. What to do now? Actually, if I just, is there a crafting table nearby? There should be. Yes. Okay. I just want a few of these so I can. Touch up here. Actually, these don't need to change, I don't think. There we go. That's a bit nicer looking. Um, I will do this while it's in my mind. And that can go off somewhere. Um, as nice as I think a bridge here could be, I don't think I'm gonna put one here. Just because I don't want to clutter this space any more than it already is. All of this stone at some point is going to be swapped out for dirt, but that time is not right now. What I am going to do is dig this to about here. Okay. There we go. Okay. I will do this some other time. There'll likely be another bridge somewhere there. Again, tackle that another time. That's for right here. Okay. I think just gonna shave one off all the corners, and that looks a lot nicer. All right. Looking nice. Torch is needed right there. Okay. Um. You know what? A lot of unnecessary dirt in my inventory. Actually, wait. I've got this stockpile over here I could donate to. Oh. Well, that's lovely. I don't think I'll shove any in that barrel. But I will leave some extra in there. Very nice. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna have go here, but I'll get to that later. I think I will want bridge like there and there. Aside from that, I think just take all of the trees that are in this area and just axe them. Honestly. Yeah. And might as well start on this side. Just flatten this to the ground. One. Okay. Yeah, after this, I'll chop down a couple more of these. I'll leave the mushrooms for now, I guess. Chop down a couple more of these trees, and then I think I will take a break and suffer with the villagers. Well, actually, wait. Hmm. Actually, you know what? After this, I'm gonna start work on a trading hall. Like a proper one. Oh boy, am I in need of that. Um, Honestly, this will do for now for tree excavation. Um, so that. So I can just. I'll take that. I definitely want to use birch though. But I have an idea of what could look nice. Okay, let's go build ourselves a trading hall, or at least start to design one. Did I hear another child in there? What? What? I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Don't villagers need beds that they can pathfind to okay. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm going to choose to ignore that. Um, to my understanding, that should not be possible. Unless these guys are like trying to pathfind to this bed or. Okay. Oh yeah, I can tear down this stupid ass thing. That. Well, I can tear it down when I have the willpower to do so. So I'm afraid the sugarcane farm here is gonna have to go. I definitely plan on rebuilding it somewhere, but it cannot be there, unfortunately. Okay. So my idea is I breed the guys over here. And then by boat, I just bring them in through here. And that's that. So what I'm going to build now is sort of the receiving area. That can just go there. I want to strip all of this. The villagers are going to come in here. And then we'll figure out what it is we're doing with them. So everything will flow right to there. It's got to be floor on this level. That's easy enough to accomplish. Oh, I can sleep as the moon rises. That's nice. Okay, so. Okay. So basically all I gotta do is... What? I'd like to reiterate. What? This thing is just cursed, man. Um... Okay, I'm fairly certain that the requirements for one of those guys spawning is villager in danger. Typically in danger from zombie, maybe pillager. What the hell? Um, okay, this thing is just cursed. Got how many guys in there? 5? He can stay, honestly. I'm not gonna kill him for his iron. I've already got enough of that, but I'm still unbelievably confused. Okay. Um, so I was re-tempted to model or to remodel this thing, but now I'm not so sure if it's just capable of witchcraft. Huh. But anyways, this is the entrance, or will be the entrance, to the villager breeder, which will be built at that Y level, I guess. It kind of has to be, so I can have my fancy water entrance. Okay. So one thing that I want a lot of for this bit is fences. I think some fence walls here would look cool. Still don't understand you. That I'm I'm quite certain that's not supposed to be possible. But who am I to judge the game? Because, like, the only other beds in this area that I know of is there's the one there, there's 2 in my house, And then there's 3 in there, one more there, and an additional one right over there. And then I've got one on me that I've been placing whenever it's night. And I could maybe see baby villagers trying to pathfind their way through trapdoors to get over there. I could maybe see it trying to think of that as a 4th bed. But, and I know these guys here aren't included in the pathfinding, which is why I can have guys in there and villagers still be birthed, but yeah, no, that just feels wrong, and this feels even weirder. But he can live. He lives for now. I think the fence wall here is a cool looking thing. This should hopefully be enough. Okay. Um, before doing much else, I want to top off this with, I think, a layer of birch slabs. This should be enough. Still shouldn't be possible. I wonder if like any like creators with like a lot of technical Minecraft knowledge would be able to explain whatever the hell happened here. Because I certainly have no idea. But anyways, we've got our entrance. Now, here's the fun part. I have to dig all of this out. And when I say all of it, I do mean all of it. Okay. Okay. All right. You still with me, Rex? Still with me after all this time? Still with me with this shenanigans going on? Okay. Sweet. All right. That's good. Good. I'm gonna, I think, excavate this rectangle and then gonna take a break from all of this and figure out something else to do. I can't, still don't freaking understand. What? So you're telling me I go through all that trouble making an iron farm over there. Then this thing decides it wants to get backlogged with villager production, and then it just becomes another iron farm. Is that what you're telling me? Because my approximate knowledge of this game is telling me that that is not at all how that's supposed to fucking work. Like, I could see a golem spawning under the specific conditions of 3 villagers in that room and something nearby that wants them dead. If those conditions were met, I could understand that. But I don't know how I've got a total of 7 villagers in here when really at most there should be 2 in that room and 3 in there. I don't understand how there's an extra 2 villagers from somewhere. Nor do I understand where these blokes came from. Because, like, I've made especially sure that nothing could get to them in there. So, I think all these villagers are starting to mess with my head. I'm gonna take a break from that. Let's go check on the actual iron farm. See how much that is producing. Wahoo! A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like an exact number of stacks. What the hell? Like, a bit over a stack and a half. Not bad. I'll do something with those flowers eventually. Um, what now? Um, I mean, that farm seems to be working fine. I haven't accidental second iron farm now for some reason. That's grand. Random villager. Breeder house. This is gonna be, it's gonna be a combination of trading hall and this area that are gonna be my next two mega projects. Right, and I did actually add some water features. I want to eventually make that map room. I've gotten the house. Yes, burn, my children, burn. Forge I'll do eventually. Yeah. I do actually have that written book. I want to see if there's anything in here that I could check off my list. Training setup. Mine entrance, I kind of did. Yeah, I gotta remember that thing exists. I keep thinking that this is to do with. There, that will remind me that the book exists. Because I thought when I said reference to this, I thought this was my to-do list, but no, it's that book. This is just like extra stuff for me to keep track of. I will come back up here. Just to see what we got for stuff. So over there is gonna be like a barn and all my farming stuff and animals. I eventually want to do something else right there. Again, still don't fucking understand. Like a central sort of plaza thing. There, don't know what could go over there. Maybe just like expansions of the farms, but something could maybe go there. This is gonna be primarily tree farming. I've got a lot of bone meal saved up. Probably do something with that. Please tell me that's not a thunderstorm. Okay. Because I am like the tallest thing right now. Oh, one thing that I think definitely needs to be added here is a general cleanup. Just like clean up little things, like yeah, like this tree. I think. Well, maybe. Well, like this tree could go because the leaves are a little weird, but it could also stay. Just other little teeny tiny things like get rid of leaves, get rid of trees, etc. Just overall make things look nice. Like this definitely needs to be fixed, I think, or maybe we could kind of keep it like this and put like a wall here. And have a little something there. That might be cool. That could be interesting. I definitely think more of those trees are going to have to go. I'm going to need to flatten out more of the area for what I want. I could actually start on that now. I guess step one is step 0 is to sleep, and then next step is to get the trees out, and then figure out what level I want to build things on. Oh, I think this has been a decently productive stream. And there is an azalea tree right there, which I think means there's a lush cave beneath it. So I could maybe dig a hole down there and do something in that cave. Maybe. Okay. This is. I was gonna say this is gonna take forever, but I dealt with worse up there. So I think here I'll be fine. Probably. Let's see. I saw a bee over here. That tells me that there's a beehive tree. So around here. I don't like bees, so I'm going to choose to leave such a thing alone until I actually feel like dealing with it. Um, I definitely plan on adding like some custom trees eventually. Just because I think some like greenery in nature would be nice. But I think the amount that this area started out with is a little excessive. Just just a little bit over the top. Um Beehive tree is there. So unless there's another one, I should be able to chop all these trees down. Worry free. Because again, I personally do not like bees. Both in-game and in real life. Okay. just want to check something. Did I? I did do that. Okay. I hate to say it, but the more deforestation I do, the nicer this island is turning out. Which is sad, but true. Okay. Just about made it to the azalea tree. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I think here might be where I call it for now. As these, what is that in there? Oh, it's multiple hitboxes next to each other. Okay, so like, is there a bee or a spider in there? But no. Okay. Definitely want to come up and get a screenshot of this area, because, oh yeah, this is looking much nicer. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I think here might be where I call it for now. Because it is getting late. But I think we did some good progress. Got more trees cleared out, got some water added, got bridge, did some stuff with villagers, which is always fun time. Yeah, just want to see how much iron we've got. Yes, almost 2 stacks. Not bad. Not bad at all. I will happily add this to my iron stockpile. Okay, so just all right, and with that, I think I am going to be calling it a day here. Because it's just about 9 o'clock. I just got a Discord ping that I'm going to check in a moment. So, as always, thank you oh so very much, my dearest Rex, for observing my descent into insanity as I witness whatever the hell it is that these villagers think they're wanting to do. Thank you. I think it was nice as well. Got some good progress. Next stream will likely be either Thursday and or Friday. I think next week I plan to do another Pathless stream just because it's been a while since I've played that. But anyways, with all that said, I think I'm going to call it here for the night. So, thank you oh so very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night, both you and your doggo. And I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.